Hey there, Second Recruiting Brigade. So as your Family Advocacy Program Coordinator, it is my passion to make you a healthier individual and also a healthier, happier family. And so today's conversation is going to take place in the kitchen because today we're talking money, and that's where a lot of major money arguments go down, don't you think? So today we're talking about stimulus checks, and by the end of this conversation, I hope that you will stimulate the economy and not anger. So money is one of the top 4 sore spots in a marriage, and therefore one of the leading causes of divorce. So why don't stimulus checks, tax refunds, and any other lump sum payment come with a huge disclaimer like caution, without communicating your expectations, this one-time deposit could wreak long-term relational havoc. So to help stave off major arguments and potentially career-damaging decisions, I want to offer a few money and relationship tips that I've imparted over the several years providing couples counseling. The first tip that I have for you is to watch your language. There's a really bad word out there that can wreak havoc on relationships, especially revolving around money, and it's deserve. I deserve a new motorcycle, a new car. I deserve a new boat, a new whatever. And mental health professionals see this word as a red flag. And usually it's coming from someone who's trying to justify problematic behaviors without any desire to change. So stay out of hot water and away from potentially damaging impulsive decisions, and use that word sparingly. It would be better to think in terms of what the relationship or family deserves. This will also help you change your language from my money to our money. For those who are no longer in a relationship or are co-parenting, you must continue to think in terms of our money, as your kids will continue to need the very best of you. So the second tip that I have for you is to do what's hard now to create a sense of sanity later. And my top 3 things that I usually impart are: 1, saying no to impulsive purchases now keeps you out of a pickle later. The second one is teaching your kids financial responsibility now keeps them out of the basement later. And the third one is saving now builds security later. So the third overall tip that I have for you is to avoid labeling. We all know there are savers and spenders in every relationship, but these labels imply negative connotations. When savers think of spenders, they might label them as impulsive, reckless, and directionless people. When spenders think of savers, they might label them as Scrooges, misers, and killjoys. Ouch. These labels become weapons, allowing savers to justify withholding money from spenders and allowing spenders to justify opening and maintaining secret accounts from savers. Instead of labels, think values, leading us to the next tip, which is to understand your values, your spouse's values, and couple values. When these spending versus saving labels are broken down, they reveal a more complex system of money values. When these money values are dissected, we gain a better understanding behind the spending or saving behavior. For example, in full disclosure, I'm the spender in the family. But after examining my money values, my husband now views me as a celebrator, because I value living in the moment and celebrating life. I'm also an extrovert and have the gift of hospitality, which means I invest in other people. Therefore, I like to entertain and make my house a home to anyone who visits. This includes dropping a little coin on maintaining my entertaining spaces and buying all the groceries for the barbecues and dinner parties. And my husband and I both benefit from this behavior because we both value quality time with our friends and family. My husband is the saver in the relationship. When we first married, I wanted to burn that book he was reading, The Millionaire Next Door. And after examining his money values 20 years ago, I changed my perspective of him as a cheapskate and now view him more affectionately as a defender. His desire is to provide well for his family. So he therefore values protecting his family through cautious spending and lots of saving and investments. So because of him, I get to retire at a decent age. So I benefit from his behavior as well. Now, sure, there are times when each other's spending behaviors will not benefit the relationship. I'm not perfect, my husband's not perfect, and we've had our fair share of money squabbles. But this is where you can make the choice to consult your spouse and do a little relationship repair, even when you know you won't like the answer. And that's what you would do naturally when you go from a me mentality to a we mentality. What a gift you can give to the marriage. So Dave Ramsey has some exceptional advice on this very topic in the link found in this post. But I know that this Facebook video is not going to give you all the tools that you need. So consider setting up a free virtual or telephonic consultation with a personal financial counselor. This PFC can assist you in directing you and your spouse to understand your money values. You can contact your battalion's Soldier and Family Assistance Coordinator, or SFA, for their contact information. If you're in the Atlanta or Tampa battalion, you can contact your brigade SFA, Miss Evergen, at 256-746-6706. And I also understand that sometimes these issues over money and other things in the family may need a little more attention than personal financial counseling. So do know that military family life counselors, military one-source counselors, and also TRICARE counselors can assist you with that. So I hope this has been useful for you today, and I hope you have a great day.